What up,
What up?
Houston?
What up,
Hey,
y'all?
it's time. It's live. We're live. Um, I mean, I guess we'll start. Houston,
What you want to
Texas.
talk about? All right.
We'll
First
go
and
with that.
foremost,
Yeah.
first and foremost, those uniforms are fucking ugly.
I was so from what I gathered of information on the internet is that's our away jersey. But yeah, it's
They're still ugly.
you don't like the slick numbers and the
Nah, that's too Falconsy for me. I would be kind of on board with that if it had like a lighter shade of blue. But
okay.
then I don't want to fucking look like Buffalo either.
So everybody says it looks like Atlanta and the Bears, from what I've gathered of people. But I don't hate them, but I need to see the other two jerseys so I can be like, all right, these I like.
Maybe that's why they did that intentionally, because then they'll be like, oh, if we get backlash from this, we'll change it or not
Yeah,
use it.
we're gonna get them. They're gonna be totally different. Be like, we literally hustled the Texans into changing their jersey. This is dope. But there's a lot of people that like them. I think a lot of people were just happy to get new jerseys
Yeah, they
because
just want change. But like that, if you're gonna do fucking that blue is fucking god awful ugly. Uh,
it
it's
kind
cause
of looks like the Astro blue but darker.
yeah, it's like when we were the dumbass blue on blue with the Astros. Like keep the deep still blue or something. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what this almost black shit is that you had going on. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's kind of like a faded black. Like Caleb, is your hoodie black or is it navy blue?
Yes.
So that's what it kind of looked like. Because I people asked on the Facebook, is it blue? Is it black? I was like, I have no clue. I'm not gonna lie to you. One, I didn't take the picture, and two, even if I was there, I probably would have known.
That's what I'm saying. It's so dark of a blue, it almost looks black. Like you do look like the fucking Bears. I don't want to look like the Bears.
The Bears. Uh, I mean, okay. So what? I'm guessing the other. There's supposed to be two more. So we're gonna get the what? The Houston blue, which is the baby bluish one. I'm guessing.
Well, hold on one second. Like, why don't we? What are we doing with the red helmet?
And that was what I was gonna say. The next one I think is gonna be a red one with the red helmet.
No, I don't want red hats and red fucking shirt. I don't like that. I've seen it before. It's
Well, I
fucking
didn't say
ugly.
that's what it
No, I
was.
get that, but they can't be doing that. Like,
What
you
if
need
it's
to.
like I feel like these that they showed us should have been with the red helmets, but changed a few colors up to make it make sense. That would
Yes.
have been dope. Because the color, the white, the blue, black, whatever the hell they picked, that would
So
have
the
been dope.
only thing I can think of is they're using a dark ass blue like that because whatever if it's the deep steel blue that's going to be in all the jerseys, then they're using that to go off of the baby blue.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Hopefully, hopefully, I don't know. The U of H Houston ones were kind of dope, so I have
They
hope.
were.
I have hope for the Texans to get two out of the three right for us. It's like okay, it's like whenever the Rockets came out with those San Diego ones that you hated,
Fuck those.
and people loved them. They were like, "Oh, I love these green ones and all that stuff." But it's also, I
I
mean,
think it was gross.
there's jerseys that people hate. Like you hate the pajama Rockets ones, and people love
Yeah.
those. I mean,
They were ugly, bro. You can't lie.
they are, but that's like my time. So that's when I was a Rockets fan. I was like, "These are the sickest thing ever." And then I was like, "Oh, what are mustard and ketchup jerseys?" And I was like, "Oh,
The
the
winning
original."
ones.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we'll have retro jerseys now, throwbacks.
I don't know. I'll wait to see what they show us. I lost a little bit of faith in their style, though. That's all I know.
Did y'all? Do y'all? did y'all lose more faith in their style or more faith in their free agency?
Their style.
Style, yeah.
Because you could cut Joe Mixon's ass. You ain't finna get new jerseys 2 years in a row. So whatever the fuck you better commit to this haircut, bitch, because when you get out the chair, it's what you got. You know what I mean?
I mean, trying to think. I guess we can move on to free agency because we're stuck with these jerseys.
I know.
Rumors, I guess, for the Texans keep swirling though. The wide receiver rumors are what are the hot. I wouldn't even say hot topics because it's lukewarm topics, I guess. Um,
Do you think it's actually like a rumor or just something made up because for the first time in a long time they ain't got no shit to talk about it?
Yep. I can definitely see it being the latter.
that would make sense though because look at last year.
Exactly. And we got that shit right. And they know we're not finna say nothing. So they're not just making shit up.
Nick Casario's like, yeah, we went after Keenan Allen. It's like, did y'all? Yeah. Oh, they're going after a receiver in their first pick. And it's like, what? No, we're not. It, it's like everybody else is playing chess and checkers, and this dude's playing like Quidditch or some shit from Harry Potter. Like he's playing like a totally different game of shit, and it's like, bruh.
Well, I always think that too. And then he does shit like, who the fuck is our defensive tackles? Who the fuck is our safety? Like, what you got going on? Like, what haven't you? It better be something good.
We're gonna get. What did you say? We're gonna rotate
What?
the fat guys in and out.
It seems like that's what we're gonna do.
I mean,
Rotate the fat guys, pay for the elite pass rushers on the end, and shit might work. It's what they did in San Francisco.
it's true. It's very true. Maybe we're the what? Houston 49ers, San Francisco Texans.
I mean, I wouldn't hate that one play away from winning the Super Bowl. I mean, you stop them on third down or fourth down, and
One Brock
shit was
Purdy
over,
away.
son.
One Brock Purdy away from winning the Super Bowl.
Crazy.
I'll take it. I prefer to win the Super Bowl though.
The Stefon Diggs rumors have kind of died down.
Thank God.
Good.
The T Higgins rumors have kind of completely died down. It seems like.
Good.
Also, thank God.
Mike Williams got signed to the Jets.
I like that. I like that a lot.
That was a good one for him. So I'm guessing. My guess is draft rookie. I'm cool with it. Rookie receiver.
Spend the fucking money, and then we'll know. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you spend this rest of this money, and we know for sure we're not about to get Justice Simmons, Quandre Diggs, or one of those guys, or a receiver, then we know what position group to look at in the draft. Because right now, who fucking knows?
Yeah, it's I know Casario was present at Texas A&M's pro day today. I mean, take that with however the hell you want. They
They might
signed.
be looking at a linebacker named Adrian Cooper.
They signed Mario Edwards Jr. to a 1-year deal.
Defensive tackle.
Yeah. As of Texans cap on Twitter or X, their update for cap is around 15 million, 15.8.
So I tell you this: if they randomly just cut Robert Woods, that means they're about to sign Justin Simmons because they need that $5 million.
That would be nice.
Yeah, couldn't happen to a nicer guy. Fuck that guy. I'd rather have Justin Simmons.
Bye, Robert Woods. You've done great. Thank you for your time. We need the spot in the moolah. I'm trying to think, like, other than, I mean, the Texans draft parts, there's not really. I mean, it seems
It's
like they're
because
not.
you already pretty much know who all the starters are going to be on both sides of the ball for the most part.
Yeah,
So you're like, all right, who's going to be these other starters? Or do you upgrade a position? That's why I think they're going to go look at a linebacker, A&M. I like that.
and it's interesting because in most mock drafts they have us at cornerbacks, receivers, and linebacker. I mean, it's not a position they have us in, but it's one of those. If Nick and D'Amico like a player, they're gonna go and get him.
I'm telling you, Cooper is good. He's a D'Amico kind of player. He's probably a little better, to be honest, but not like as athletic. But if you told me we got Christian Harris, Aziz Al-Shaair, and Edric Cooper as my linebackers, I'm like, yeah, we about to fuck somebody up. Pretty sure of it.
Yeah, I'm cool with it. Defense wins championships. Most of the better teams have legit defenses. Ravens,
The Chiefs defense
49ers,
was elite last year. Niners,
Chiefs,
um, for a while, Philly.
Cleveland. That's
Yeah.
how they got to the playoffs. So I'm gangster with it. I don't know anything else. I mean, it kind of seems like we're now in that voided area of free agency where it's like there's not too
Nah, you
many.
know what you are, bro? You know when you go to fucking like Crystal Beach, like Bolivar, you got to ride the ferry over there. You're just fucking waiting. It's like, all right, till the next
It's been
stop.
a long damn
I
ferry ride.
fucking hate the ferry ride. God.
I know
I
everybody that
hate
getting out
this
of their
ferry
car,
ride.
walking by and shit. It was like, hey, bitch, like, don't touch my car.
This ferry ride sucks though because it's like there's still cap money. You didn't get anybody I wanted or we wanted,
So
and
by that logic, you're not even on the ferry yet. You're still waiting in line.
yeah, I'm waiting to get on the damn ferry because I can't even try to figure out what we're doing for draft until you spend this money. Unless
But
I
you
mean,
can't be
unless
mad
you
at them because at least they shut the fuck up and don't tell nobody nothing.
no, I know it's not. I mean, and it's media that most
But
of the
my
time
thing
does.
is I know that's what I'm saying. Quit fucking. If you're gonna make shit up about us, make it good.
Yeah, like Texans are getting Tyler Boyd.
Yeah. Or we were gonna trade for Justin Fields.
I saw somebody say that. That was
Well, I mean, who's
what
to
about
say it wasn't true?
Chris Olave? Sure.
I said him the other day.
I mean, yeah. Would they give him up? What do they have besides him at receiver? Nothing.
What's his name? Fucking
Shaheed?
is that who I'm thinking of?
I think he's a free agent. Michael Thomas gone.
Yeah,
I think
he's a free
Shaheed is a free agent.
I think he is. Shaheed. Trying to see.
He would kind of help our team now that I think about it.
Yeah, he's not a free agent. He's still on the depth chart.
Trying to see any of Texans news, which is nothing.
Mm-mm. Everybody's writing about is this damn defensive tackle we signed today, you know we ain't done much. I was
Yeah.
say we're sitting on the ferry, we're waiting.
Pretty much.
Texans. I mean, people are talking about the Texans as a whole. I mean, like topics of NFL networks and ESPNs are, and I never thought I'd read this. Texans are a trendy Super Bowl pick.
Um, it depends.
I just, as a Texans fan, I mean, us as local fans, this is our year, Matt Schaub, Andre Johnson, let's go. I've never heard national TV be like,
Man, you know I love the Texans with all my heart. I
Yeah.
love the Texans most, and I love most of my family, and that's straight the fuck up. Uh, but I don't want people saying shit like that. To be honest with you, because that
Well,
puts expectations on us.
it's happening. You have
And as a
CJ.
Texans fan, I could sit here and look back at the season and be like, as great as them young boys were, bro, we had a lot of fucking luck.
Oh, of
A
course.
lot of fucking luck. You know what I'm saying? I don't count on luck. So don't call me a super. We still got to win the division. For real.
No, I mean anybody that there's people penciling us in as like a solidified winner of the AFC already and South, and it's like, bro, like our whole division got better. Like, I mean Tennessee, we can leave them the fuck off, but
fuck,
Jacksonville and the
fuck
Colts
those
got
guys.
better. Like, it's like those two teams got better, for sure. So it's gonna be one of those things we figure out. But I mean, I guess we're just playing hide and go seek with Nick and D'Amico at this point. It's off season. It's deep off season, so a lot of the players are chilling, working out, enjoying their time. Uh, Probably won't pick up until after some March Madness,
And we
April.
got a shit ton of picks.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
time to trade them. No, just kidding. Just trade like all of them for Justin Jefferson, bro.
Jesus.
I mean, Minnesota, I mean, they obviously traded for our first round pick so they could use their two to get a quarterback. Like, that's what I think they're doing. But it's like, we could sweeten the pot for you and send you like two or three more first round picks and a receiver, and you send Justin Jefferson back. Because why waste the rest of his prime on a rookie quarterback
True,
when he could come over here and play with the second year quarterback?
true. I like that. See, that makes perfect sense. I don't care about Minnesota. Nobody even likes Minnesota. Where is Minnesota? Y'all have Rudy
Exactly.
Gobert in basketball, so y'all can do
Yeah.
this shit.
But they have Anthony Edwards too, so I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah, they have Rudy Gobert though. He's the greatest thing to ever hit Minnesota.
He's the best thing
Oh,
there since Johnny Flynn.
yeah. I forgot to add this. Y'all have any comments, questions? You're always welcome to drop them in. Until then, we will move on. Houston Astros season's getting ready to start very soon. Astros, Yankees, always a fun thing. But we lose out on the Blake Snell um, contract signing. Uh, a lot of fans were pissed off. They were upset that
Oops. Go ahead.
like so a lot of people were upset that the owner did not spend the money to go and get Blake Snell. But there was a lot of people that were okay with it from the contract that he signed and the amount of money that for pretty much 1 year.
I wasn't tripping. I mean, I would like to. I wouldn't have been mad if you did it, and I wouldn't. I'm not mad that you didn't. But I already know our team when we're plum ass retarded, and there's a possibility we still might go trade for that fool in the middle of the season. If they suck, you're like, you know what? We'll take him. I'll give you Urquidy. You know it's true. You know it's
No,
true.
that sounds terrible. That sounds like the Justin Verlander shit all over here. What about Jordan Montgomery?
That's who I was gonna say.
I told you before all that shit. I wanted him over Snell.
Because I mean, of course, the names we hear is stupid Trevor Bauer still, and then Jordan Montgomery, and
Michael
I'm
Lorenzen.
yeah,
Yeah.
him too. Like to me though, it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, Trevor Bauer, and nobody's gotten him yet. Nobody seems to want to even touch him in MLB for whatever reason. It's only fans that seem to be wanting him, so I wouldn't touch it.
If I'm a sorry ass team, I would sign him. If I'm the A's, I sign that fool.
If I was the Colorado Rockies, I would because they haven't done shit.
God, fuck. Imagine being a Rockies fan.
I have a friend that is, and I didn't
Oh,
think he literally told. I think they made like 2 moves only this. You literally made less moves than the Oakland A's.
And they're trying to get rid of everybody.
Yeah, and they're leaving. They're gonna be moving. You literally have done less than that. Like, there's certain teams in baseball I forget exist.
That is
Colorado
true.
Rockies. Um, trying to think of who else is.
Well,
Yeah,
you
I got a
can't
really
think of them because you don't remember
The
them.
Detroit Tigers.
I
well,
remember
Miggy
the
kind of kept
Tigers.
me there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Miggy, fucking AJ Hinch was over there
I did forget Arizona was something until they went to the World Series last year.
until they got good again.
Yeah. Um, I forget the Angels are there sometimes.
It's because their best players always hurt.
Or wanting to leave. How you fuck?
Yeah,
How the fuck you just let Otani leave?
to the other LA team across the street.
So
He's like,
stupid.
oh man, I the Padres. I be forgetting. No, the Pirates. I be forgetting they're a team sometimes. I like the name; it's cool, but
I like their shortstop, O'Neal Cruz. That's a good. That motherfucker good.
baller, baller.
Ooh, the Kansas City Royals. I forget about them all the time.
Oh man, I hate fools.
Man, listen.
Listen, Linda.
Garrett Cole's out, right?
Yes, he's out for
The
like a month.
Astros need to get a big ass fucking lead in the division and play in front like we always do, so we're not wasting our energy to get to the playoffs again. Because we were one fucking game away from the World Series, and I really don't give a shit about nothing else until we get to the World Series. Because I'm pretty confident that we are. Like this team is good.
Like Rockets. I mean, not Rockets. Astros. See, I'm over. I'm already thinking of Rockets just because the Astros regular season. I get hyped for like the first two games, and then I'm like, here we go.
Mm.
It's a long grind
Mm-hmm.
of yay we won, because it doesn't pick up until, like you said, the end when it starts. Those numbers start to get very crucial, and you're like,
The
oh
only
shit.
reason that I really follow regular season baseball is because, for one, I have to come on here and talk to y'all fucking about it, and then two, is it gives you like by the time the playoffs come, you can have a good lineup. Like I know the trends of the team, like who does what, when, where, why, and how. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason I watch regular season baseball.
It's like, what was it, last season or season before? We had the entire batting lineup memorized and who played where memorized every single game for the most part.
Or
Oh, I could
Zach
do a
would
lineup. I was doing lineups for Dusty before Dusty was doing
he'd say we should move this guy, and then
them.
2 games later, Dusty moves him. Oh man, I think what for us, I know for us at least on Bayou City Boys, like the excitement is the Joe Espada era.
Word.
It kind of feels like him and Dana have been working together. You get the Altuve signing out the way, so you know he's a Astro for life. Like you get to see the pictures. You're hoping that people show up. You got Josh Hader, which that all kind of like died down a bit, which in a good way though, because it's like, all right, you just go out there and pitch now, bro. Like, because now everybody's worried about starting pitching. Like, but it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, I'm content with what we have right now. I'm not worried. I'm not going into even with Urquidy's forearm injury, I'm not like, damn, we need a pitcher. I
Hell
think we
no.
have enough to go into a season, go into a 5-6 man rotation. You get Luis back. I'm Lance, whatever the hell you want to do at this point. I don't give a shit. Forrest Whitley, whatever you want to do, I don't really give a shit. Um,
Who?
Forrest Whitley. Zach,
Guarantee you
like,
he was named after Forrest Gump.
Forrest Whitaker.
I'm
Forrest
not a
Whitley.
smart man, but I know a little bit of love. I
I
could see
know
him saying
what
that on the
love
mound.
is. I'm not a smart man, but I know what love is, and I love this sport.
Forrest Whitley cannot love this sport because it does not love him back.
Cabbage got a home run though.
He can still
Cause
love the sport.
was it a good home run or a home run?
I didn't see it. I read it.
Fair
I
enough.
spring
I like
training.
that dude, bro. He's fucking good to me.
He's a dog. Sorry, I'm
Watch. When people say when he starts doing good and people like him, and we're like, all right, we told y'all months ago, get your Cabbage jersey while them hoes is fucking $29.99. Because when they're $79.99, then you're gonna be foolish.
oh man. Sorry, I had to put Jalen Green's info on here because he
That dude
balled
is balling, bro.
42 points and 10 rebounds. 8 shy of 50. But I don't know. Like, well, I guess what for Astros.
To Caleb's point earlier, like we knew too much, bro. That's the problem. Is like, how did we know that fucking your big ass cousin was gonna get allergies? Like, what the fuck is going on, bro? You foul tip a ball off your foot, but you leave because you gotta blow your nose. Get the fuck out
He
of here.
left the game again, like the
For
last time.
what?
I didn't read why. Me and Caleb were chilling. I was like, "Damn, Alvarez left the game," and he's like, "What happened?" I was like, "I don't even want to read it." I think it was
What's up,
like
Marlo?
a toenail or something. No, just kidding. I was trying to think of something like.
Y'all
I was
just
about to say,
remind
I
me, I
just
have to go
lost
pick
a
up.
toenail, bro.
I should go pick up Trey Cabbage in this fantasy baseball league.
Well, that doesn't make any sense because he might not play.
I know, but I got somebody on IR, so I got room to just see what happens.
Okay, so with the allergies, his eye swelled up. That's why they took him out.
What?
What was he allergic to? Left field?
Jesus.
I don't know. That's what they said.
There's too much dander in left field. I can't play out there.
I'm trying to see like. I don't know. They didn't even specify like what happened the second time. They just said they took him out.
They're like, we can't do this twice in a week. We can't do it twice in 1 week.
Like I'm really like I know Greg Kessinger was limping. David Hensley and Trey Cabbage option to minor league camp. I mean that was kind of we knew that was gonna happen.
But that's kind of encouraging because Hensley spent a lot of time on the big roster, which means if they see Trey Cabbage in the same light, then that means he might too.
So Frank says it's not enough to get Bauer. Jim Bowden of MLB says the Astros do not plan on pivoting to Jordan Montgomery.
I didn't suspect we would.
So it sounds like they're just gonna run with what they got and
Run with what you brung. Hope you brought enough.
and looking at the Astros. I mean, us three have been on the highs and lows with them since the beginning. If you went after Snell, and really, on all honesty, it wasn't close. They were never close on numbers. And then Jordan Montgomery, those both sound like panic signings. Like,
To me, the fact that they weren't even close to giving him what he wanted to is almost like it's almost like a pimp move because it's like dangling a little bit of cash out there in front of a hoe and be like, hey, like you ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, what, you want this? You want this little bit of change? Or you want nothing? And they stuck to their guns. Just didn't work out. She wanted nothing.
it's like, dang. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool. The Josh Hader thing, we none of us expected that. I mean, that was the big signing for it. You got a 1-2-3 rotation with him, Abreu, and Presley.
Presley.
So I mean, that's pretty good. My boy Ronel Blanco is doing good. Hunter Brown looks good. JP France looks good. Javier
Go ahead
Framber.
and wait. Oh, Fromber looked. I mean, Christian Javier looked amazing yesterday. He went through 4 innings on 50 pitches. I was like, okay, I see you.
Yeah, Frank. I didn't think they were gonna go for Montgomery anyway, Frank. I mean, he's. I'm wondering what his asking price is because even the Rangers didn't go after him after he helped them win a World Series. But I mean, you got teams like the Yankees that just lost Garrett Cole that aren't throwing money out, so it must be ridiculous. He still hasn't been signed yet. Which
Uh,
I mean,
I mean, when you think about it, Snell just got signed, so
yeah,
now he's the hot ticket. So I would say by the end of the week he might.
Texas. Not just kidding. Nick Casario like, we got 15 cap. I'll throw you 5 mil over there, and then the Astros can use the other rest. We're helping out.
Jesus. You confused me so bad.
Well, he's
I was
not
like, why did
spending
he
that
say
money on the
Texans?
damn Texans, so you might as well know some shit.
I know.
None of us. I feel like we have the same shit. Houston Sports State of the Union podcast. I believe the Astros strategy remains the same as 2017 and 2019. Go with what you got and reassess at the deadline.
100%.
It's the smartest thing to do. I mean, deadline, you're going to have teams that are not going to make it. They're going to be selling their best parts, try to get some stuff. Sometimes you get a bit of a cheaper asking price for sure. Um, it's that cat and mouse game. So I mean that all in all, I mean the Verlander injury I think scared people, but he's coming back. It seems like he's good. I mean he's older. They're gonna probably ease him back in, like we've said. The
They're
Urquidy
gonna hold
injury,
him out until for long enough that the Mets have to pay him.
yes. The Urquidy news scared people. Everybody was like, "Oh, forearm means Tommy John, this and that," but I don't think it's as serious as we thought as fans.
I
Everybody
stick
was
by what I
paranoid
said,
about
bro.
it.
I still believe in my heart, just from the vibes I get off this team in comparison to the other ones that we've had. Like this is going to be one of those teams that scores runs. I really do believe that we're a 5-ish average teams, which puts less emphasis on your starters have to be so good. So I ain't really worried about it, to be honest with you. Plus, our bullpen's probably going to be the best ever.
Yeah, our bullpen looks fucking scary this year. I'm stoked about it.
Now,
Now
out
what?
of the, out
I
of
thought you were about to
the
break some news.
no, I don't have nothing. There's nothing. There's literally nothing going on with either of these. They both the Texans and Astros built us up for a week. Blake Snell, T. Higgins, Stefon Diggs, all these free agents, Justin Simmons, Joy Montgomery, and nothing. Nada. I got what? A defensive tackle today and
Joe Mixon the other day.
A Trey Cabbage home run.
a Trey Cabbage homer. I didn't even count the mixed thing. That's old news. I'm talking about today. I got nothing. I got 2 people going to AAA, and I didn't even get like a new like burger or something like something
You,
cool.
you know what? Let's look at it optimistically. At least there was no bad news.
Yeah, that's true.
You got fucking a 42 piece from Jalen.
And that's what I think it is. If the Astros and the Texans want to keep it on the down low and just chill, that's cool with me because Rockets and U of H Cougars got all the good vibes right now, bro.
Word.
Y'all do y'all's thing.
Oh,
100%
so what
agree
you're
with
saying
you,
is
and I'm
maybe
a little worried about our starting pitching. I mean, where do we rank in starting pitching? I mean, you got Framber, you got Christian Javier. That's 1-2 for sure. And then now you're gonna with Verlander out for a bit. You're gonna end up going to either JP and Hunter or Hunter and JP.
Hunter.
I mean,
I preferably would pitch Hunter ahead of JP France, not because I think he's better, because if I got Christian Javier going second, I kind of would like to throw him in between them. In case you're like in a series, you're just like, all right, I don't know which Hunter's gonna fucking show up, but these other two give me a really good chance to win.
Yeah. Yeah, I would probably go Hunter Brown first.
Trying to think.
Christian Ford said my Rockets win.
Yeah, we beat the shit out. Jalen Green beat the shit out of that team in the end of the third and the beginning of the fourth. I have trust in the Astros pitching staff too. Not this pitching staff, but like the coaches, and they'll figure it the fuck out. That's one of those things you can't worry about because you'll never stop worrying about it.
It it feels like as a Astros fan, I guess I'll say. I was trying to think of another thing. You're gonna always be worried about the starting pitching, especially with our starting pitching, because it's like we said, it's the game is the October baseball. I care about what Justin Verlander I get in October. I care about how Framber and Christian Javier look in October. You may struggle right now. We're gonna have some of those games where we go on a little losing streak and we're asking a spot, what the hell are you doing, bro? Like, but then they figure it out. They get it rallied together, right? Now, I will wonder who's going to be the quote unquote voice of the locker room, I guess, when they were so adamant that it was Brantley and Maldonado. But I think your boy Victor Carantini is going to be a guy that kind of voices it out a bit. He seems very vocal
Not to
already.
be the contrarian, not to be the contrarian to that statement, because you know I'm a Caratini fan. If that motherfucker got to come into our dynasty locker room and be the voice of reason, we're fucked. I can tell you that. Because that dude ain't ever won shit. Somebody better step up and be better than we were last year. You know what I mean? I believe it to be Carlos Lee. I mean, Jose Abreu. I don't know why I said Carlos Lee. Jose Abreu, because I think he can do it. And plus, he's probably the most motivated because that was as close as he ever got to a World Series last year. And he's like, "Nah, fuck that. We can get back."
Yeah.
So that's who I think.
Yeah, I could definitely see him doing it. Plus, he's probably like one of the only ones that'll actually fucking throw hands with somebody right now.
Yeah, I don't believe there to be much fighting in that locker room.
No, I meant in general. Like if the fucking dugouts cleared or something.
Man, that's
Abreu,
dead in baseball. They don't be doing that no more. They be wanting them to be friends and shit.
That
just
happened
for a
last
vote
year.
of confidence, I would like to also be Jeremy Pena.
Yeah.
La Pina.
Like give it a try to be a leader.
I mean, he won MVP in the World Series. Frank needs to be out there.
Yeah, I don't
And
know if he deserved that.
well, I think
I
like,
agree, but I just don't think he has it in him.
and that's what I was gonna say. I think there's a thing of like, there's multitude of leaders. There's the leaders that lead on the field, as in Altuve, where it's like when I need that run, I'm that superstar. I'm gonna show the hell up and get that momentum back on our side, type of shit. And then there's the more vocal thing, which a lot of fans thought Carlos Correa was, what we knew he wasn't. But where it's the vocal, where it's like you go out there and you're like, hey, motherfucker, like, go do that shit, bro. Like, don't fucking worry about that shit. Like, Framber used to get rattled last year. Like, I don't know what the hell happened and everything.
Yes.
And it seems like Verlander, when he came back, it kind of vocally rattled the pitchers back into kind of like, hey, we've been here before. What the hell y'all doing? Like, I
Yeah,
said,
get your
I'm
shit
gonna go with my
together.
boy Bregman to be
I
more.
wanted to say Bregman at first.
but you're white and he's white. You feel better about
No.
it. Not just kidding. Just kidding. I mean, I'm cool with it.
I just have a hard time believing it's going to be Bregman because I'm pretty sure the Astros are going to have a good season. So all they'll have to talk about is pay Bregman, pay Tucker, pay Bregman, pay Tucker. So there'll be a narrative created where it's Bregman against the Astros. You know what I mean? He's gonna have his own shit to deal with.
Houston Sports State of the Union podcast says, I got to disagree 100% that Carlos Correa was not that dude. Oh, I know. That's what I said. He
Yeah,
was
that's what
not.
we said. We knew he
Was-
wasn't that guy.
People thought he was because of that damn video where he went out there and was telling them, hey, but I remember I was like, maybe he is. And Zach was like, you're stupid for saying that. And I was like, all right, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I used to get so mad when he would do that. Just as an athlete, you look at that dude and you be like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Like, what are you talking about, child?
Oh, he believes he was that dude.
Oh, I mean, that's all you.
Oh, hell no. No.
Zach's like, I mean, it is.
Hey, that's
I
on
don't-
you, bruh. I mean, who am I to tell you who the fuck you vibe with? I'm telling you, I didn't vibe with him. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm
He's-
not the only one that felt that way.
He's very average in the regular season, but he balled out in October, similar to Bregman. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what
True.
he's doing now for the Twins, but I wasn't a Carlos Correa fan, so it was like one of those things where when he left, I was like, eh. People were upset. They were like, boo. I didn't boo him. I didn't care, bro. Go get your bag, bro. But
I wasn't tripping. That was the whole thing about it. It's like you wanted money and we didn't want to give it to you.
we always
Well, I
say the
said-
Astros, we have our Steph Curry and Altuve. We have our Klay Thompson and Bregman.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I don't know who Draymond is. I mean,
I always felt like he was Draymond.
who, Bregman? Or Correa?
Yeah. Nah, Bregman.
Bregman? So then who's our Klay?
Well, I used to think that it was Correa. And then he left.
Was it Jordan? Because they're always hurt. He says, you cannot deny that some of the biggest moments in Astros runs over the decade have not included Carlos Correa. It's all love, bro. We just have sports.
100%. Game 5 of the 2017 World Series is the greatest fucking baseball game I ever seen in my entire life. That damn ball he hit straight up in the air, nobody knew what the fuck was going to happen, and it landed in the first row of the Crawford boxes. I'll remember that the rest of my life. Like, I'm not hating Korea. You don't offer me enough, in my opinion, to pay you what you think you're worth, when Pena can give me something really close to it. That's all I was saying.
And I think that's what, like, we're now in that spot again with the Bregman stuff. It's like we're on a, do I pay you? Do I go with somebody younger? If somebody starts to come up and show that they can take that spot a bit.
But also, like, does it factor in that, like, the whole Correa situation is kind of blown out of proportion, because then you got to think about it in a business sense, where the Astros feel obligated, where, like, I can't reach for you because you're the one position where I actually do have a replacement for you, or somebody I think, you know what I mean? So it was kind of unfortunate when you look at Bregman and you're like, well, I don't know who the fuck's going to play there if you leave.
Yeah. And I'm not saying it's the same thing, apples for apples, but it's the way that.
No, I'm not saying that, like,
work.
just to do, because he said he was a Correa fan. I was like, you got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we seen a replacement for you. And I always think about in a business manner, too. I'm a business owner. So it's like, I can't pay that fool.
He says the way they play in October, in my opinion, makes Bregman and Correa worth every nickel you could give them. It's a far better alternative to the years of Biggio and Bagwell, who are amazing in the regular season, absolute trash in the postseason.
I agree with that. But
And I think it goes into consideration, like, where, like, that makes 100% sense, because Correa, that's why he got the payment. Teams knew, if I could get this guy into October, he will help me out in October, which the only thing that stopped them was us last year. But I mean, as far
making
as
that
Bregman,
same argument that he's making for Bregman and Correa, it's applicable to Pena. Because look what he did. You know what I'm saying? In 22.
But that's why I said, I think, like, it ties into also what you said, that Pena was that guy that they knew we have a replacement for it. The same way Yonder Diaz is a replacement for people. They knew what they already had. They started to see it, and it started to grow in there. It's like Hunter Brown. They know that he is a replacement for a pitcher at starting because of what his talent was. Bregman, the thing that helps Bregman out is his defense is so phenomenal that
Mm-hmm.
it's not just his batting, it's the defense, especially in the playoffs, late October, where he's catching those balls and stopping massive plays, stealing momentum from it and all that stuff. Not that Correa didn't do it, it's just JP was able to, I mean, not JP, Jeremy Pena was able to do some of that also. Mind
Mm-hmm.
you, it was 1 year, but it's one of those things where it's like I have to, money wise, I have to pick. Okay, who do
It
I
just
want to
made
get?
sense. Yes. But then also like Bregman is the Iron Man, bro. He don't miss games. He just don't miss games. You'll definitely get your money's worth on that fool.
Oh yeah, he does a lot. I mean, he is HEB commercials. I feel. He goes. Pena so far is just one season though. I hope he can become what Correa was, and even better. But right now, he still has a lot to prove. And we've talked about it before. I think it's Espada keeping him in a set batting like
Yeah, he has to be
area.
able to implement consistency to what he does, and then I think
Yeah,
he's just fine. You know what I mean?
I honestly, man, I'm cool with like I'm not worried this season. I want to see a full game of the rotation, seeing a pitcher multiple times and everything. Because in spring training, you'll get one at bat, and then it's like, all right, we're done. And then put this guy in, or then put that guy in. Like, I mean, but there's sporadic parts of people that surprise me. Jake Myers, right?
I'm just excited for the season because I want to see how Espada reacts to shit. I want to see how Espada does he get ahead of problems? Does he be reactionary like Dusty? Like, are you aggressive? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That makes it fun to me. That's what I want to see.
Frank goes, don't see anyone replacing Bregman right now, so Crane's gonna have to give him a little nice contract. I mean, I
I'm telling
agree.
you, I would offer him a little bit more than I gave Altuve right when the season starts, and I to go. It's here the whole season. You decide if you want it.
Let it sit there. Houston Sports State of the Union podcast says, I understand fully why the Astros didn't pay him to stay on this team. It's the cost of being a great franchise. You have to let some great players go. I just feel like Correa is that dude at the right time. Jeremy Pena has the potential to be the same. And it comes into also of where does Correa rank on your list of talent, right? Like your top talent right now is Jordan and Altuve, and then
Mm-hmm.
your pitchers.
Tucker, man,
Yeah.
like that's the one nobody talks about getting paid. And it's like I don't want to lose that fool.
Jesus.
I'm just saying.
I
Hey, honestly,
know.
from a productivity standpoint, who did you? If you could only keep one, Bregman or Tucker?
That's what I was gonna ask. I didn't want to ask you because it's tough because it might come down to that.
I'd probably rather keep Tucker.
I think I would keep Tucker.
I think you have to. I mean, dude made the United States team like and balled out until they just didn't play him anymore, and
He, honest to
people
God, carried us
were
for a large portion of last year.
and what people forget is because he sucked so bad in the playoffs at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think he just had like a full like ego like where he just was devastated because he was just on a downward spiral. I mean, even his defense sucked at it. But it's like, all right, bro, you got that out of your system. Let's come back. Like the whole team sucked though. I mean, we couldn't win no damn home games to save our lives. Like the whole team was bad at that point.
Oh yeah, that was fucked up. Every home game we'd be like, well, we're gonna lose.
Yay! Houston Sport State of the Union podcast says, could you guys have them? Could you guys see them moving Pena to third if Dubon continues balling out and let Bregman walk?
I've suggested that for 2 seasons if that could happen. Because he's only going to get bigger as he gets older. He's already fucking looks like he's fucking 5 years into an anabolic stack. So by the time he gets to be like 28, he might be huge as fuck. I could see it. I would like that. He's on to something.
Dana's gonna watch us. Frank picked Tucker. That's the one that I think everybody's going to be. And I think that's why, too. You don't want to get the Snell deal. You don't want to get the Jordan Montgomery deal. I mean, you still have a lot of money and useless talent. And I'm talking about you, Lance McCullers and
Fuck
Rafael
that guy.
Montero.
Him too.
Yeah. Houston Sports State of the Union podcast says if it's between Bregman and Tucker, you got to keep Tucker. And I love Bregman. Yeah, I mean, younger,
We all know.
more
We all
talented. Yeah.
know.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ask certain people, they're going to say both of them because there's just endless money in baseball. But you can't force somebody to stay also. I do feel that Bregman and the Astros can come to an agreement that is beneficial to both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the Altuve thing. So then Tucker's right there, but you still got to sign Framber. You still got to figure out. Luckily, though, for you, JV's contract comes off the books. So
Well, I'm banking on that. Also, in like a couple years, when we get rid of like Lance's sorry ass contract and all them, but because we only had Jordan for 5, and I think he's ate up a couple of those. So he's not too, and we can't lose him. I do not want to have these conversations with him with a fucking interpreter in 3 years. Like I can't risk losing that guy.
God damn, I don't want McCullers on this team anymore.
nobody. I don't know one Astros fan that's like, hell yeah, Les McCullers is still here, and he doesn't shut up. Like at
That's
least
the
like
problem.
Luis Garcia, it's like oh, okay, cool. Like he's gonna come back at some point. But Lance is like, I'm coming back in July. I'm coming back here. It's like shut up, just shut up. Nobody cares anymore.
He trolled the fucking whole city because he was like, oh, I want to be buried in the H. Bury me in the H. This is my place. But he doesn't fucking do shit.
Much love, Houston Sports Day of the Union. Appreciate it for coming, man. We'll
Hey,
check
appreciate
out
it, bro.
for sure, man. Hit us up on the Facebook, man. We can work something out. Frank is exactly how all of Houston feels right there. He was at the Rockets game showcasing his like you whatever the hell drink, and people were booing him. I was like, dude, shut up. You get buried.
It's a damn shame if you never pitch another inning for the Astros. The last memory of Lance McCullers in an Astros game is a 5 home run game to the Phillies in the World Series, and that's kind of funny to me. But then I remember he was on our team.
Yeah, it's funny because I'll hear other fan bases argue about wasted contracts on their teams, and then I just jump in randomly. I'm like, we still pay Lance McCullers, and they're like, holy shit, I didn't even know he's still in the league.
What GM gave him that contract?
The last one.
Nuh-uh, because that guy was only here for a couple years.
Was it the no? That was the one that got fired, wasn't it?
The one that went out in the scandal?
Yeah, Jeff Luna.
Yeah, Luna. Dumbass.
And then the greatest GM ever, Jeff Bagwell, the GM. Gave 3 shitty contracts back to back to back. Luckily, one of the players
Abreu?
showed up. Yeah, luckily Abreu showed up.
That one's panning out. Brantley's gone.
Brantley's gone, so that one's fine. And then the Rafael Montero is one of the worst.
That was a 3-year deal Montero got, right?
Yeah. We got, what, 2 more?
Yeah. Damn, my finger looked crooked in that.
2 more with that bum. And it's like, bro, at this point, you can't even, I don't even say live up to your contract. Just do something.
Just don't be a liability.
Yeah, it's like, and I mean, we saw that game where the worst one was Montero. This shit was trash. And people get mad at us for calling him out. I was like, bro, your ERA is like 10, bro. Like,
Ugh.
like get out of here, bro. But the thing is, like, I don't want to see Montero pitch, but I know he has to because he's on the team. He's getting paid too damn much money. But it's also like you said that one game, Diaz didn't help him out either. So it's like I need
Yeah.
somebody to help him do something. Give me something
Car-
because
Caratini.
if he shows up, then I'm good. The middle of the
Yeah,
pack.
for sure. If you get like that fool and Renel Blanco and like one of these other starters that get bumped to the bullpen, Bielek, Arrighetti, them fools. If you're just not a liability in them 2 innings that you're pitching before you get to the closer, we're gonna be hard to fucking beat, bro. For real.
That's the goal.
That's what I'm looking at.
Here we go.
All right. Well, Astros stay healthy. That's all I can say. There's pitchers going down left and right recently. Don't want to be us. Diamondbacks just lost Eduardo Rodriguez for something. I don't know.
Oh shit! Remember I wanted to trade for him last year.
Yep, and left the game with trainers by his side
Uh-oh.
doing warm-up pitches. So nobody knows what's going on. So, Rakiti, rest that forearm, bro. Everybody else. Verlander, just rest. Lance, I don't care what the hell you do at this point. Forrest Whitley, I forget you're here. Everybody else get ready, though. We're good. Astros, Yankees, going to be a fun one. Last up, we got basketball. It's been the quietest season of basketball that seems to be.
The fucked up part is like nobody buzzing around the Rockets right now, but we're one of the hottest teams in the league, and Jalen is fucking balling, son.
8-1 in the month of March. They're literally making a run for the play-in tournament if teams keep losing, which it looks like Golden State and Lakers are doing their best to lose. Jalen Green came out today and said he's doing it for his baby and his family and his grandma. So it's fun.
Whatever it takes, bro. Like, just try to get there.
This fool Jalen is putting on a show, though. What, 42 points today?
10 rebounds. I'm telling you, he blew that team out on his own when it got close.
He had 19 in the first. I got home from work, and it was like, Jalen Green has 19 points. I was like, what the hell? The game's on already?
What did State of the Union say earlier? He said Jalen Green is playing like he's got like he knows he got child support payments coming up.
I mean, he probably does with his girl, but I mean, it's the NBA, bro. You good? You can. They'll take it from your contract, and then you're in Houston. You'll probably end up on an HEB commercial or something.
Yeah, third year. In 2 years, you'll get your rookie max, so you'll probably make like 230 million. So you're fine. Don't worry about it.
Fine, bro. You make some side money on the side, you'll be good.
It's a PR stunt, bro. He had to get her pregnant because he almost got Josh Christopher pregnant. So he had to do it.
I mean, hey, look. If this is what it took him to be consistent, because we've been fans of Jalen.
That's not what it took. Let's state the obvious. You know what it took. It took fucking Sengun going away.
Somebody had to step up, and he stepped up, showed out. And I think the benefit of, I mean, it's going to be on Ime as a coach to figure out how to put all these pieces together next year with a healthy Steven Adams.
So easy.
What is your plan?
Sengun comes off the bench. If you're in everybody's way, if none of us who run to the basket and jump up there can't get there because you're in the way, you're the fucking problem. That's the way I feel about it.
Yeah, I know you do, but I don't think he's going to the bench.
I don't want to be so sure about that, buddy.
That one guy from Turkey is going to write on our video and say you're racist again.
I guess I'm fucking racist, but I think if Ime thinks the team is better with him off the bench, he's coming off the bench. I ain't trying to knock the man. I'm just saying you help the team.
Frank. See that old kitty? That's what it was right there. That boy got him some of that. He got that fever in him, and he was good.
Jesus
Christ, little boy.
Whatever you're doing, hey Jalen, you're working, bro. This is the Jalen.
Him and Amin, they're balling, bro.
Amin, rookie, amen. That rookie.
Jock Landale finally getting our money's worth.
Welcome to the show, Jock. Because yeah, that was.
Ozzy, Ozzy, Ozzy.
I said a healthy Steven Adams. If you want to see Rockets fun Rockets basketball, we've been saying it all season. There was that moment where it was kind of bad, where we were like, "Damn, this is shitty again."
What if I told you your starting lineup would be? It would be Fred, Fred, Jalen, Dylan, Jabari, Steven Adams, and your first three off the bench would be Amin, Cam, and Sengun. That's a strong ass 8-man rotation. And Tari's number 9.
I'd be cool with that.
That's how I would fucking do it. And
I
Jock's
know
10. You have a 10-man rotation.
Rockets fans would cry.
Fuck those guys.
Oh no, because remember Shaq said that Shingun's too good and needs to leave the team.
Hey, you know what? What offer me something?
I mean, Shaq also
in
said
2K, I
that
could do Trade Finder.
Shaq also said that Victor Wembanyama was like Bobo, and I mean, I don't like Victor, but come on, bro, like, come on.
When
Like, it's like Victor, what's your mama's name, can ball. I mean, he just can't ball against us because
there's been days where we recorded a lot of videos, and somewhere down the line, you just say some stupid shit because you ran out of stuff to say. That's all that was.
Yeah. But he had Rockets fans saying Shingun's gonna leave. Shingun should get out of there. Bye. If I waved Houston Texans players I like, bye. Lose zero sleep, bro. Correa, bye. Springer, bye. Like, it's like
Bye.
it's like Rockets players, bye.
That's the shit that you almost feel bad for players like Yuli and Maldonado because they're like they wanted to come back, we just didn't want them back. That's more fucked up.
It's like, can I come back? Nah, bye. Bye. Yeah, no. I mean, right now it's a fun time. Last but not least, U of H Cougars. They're in the tournament. They lost the Big 12. It's all good. Most of the time,
It's a hell of a time to decide to rest a player, huh?
Well, he got hurt. He got hit in the shin that game before.
Oh.
And statistically speaking, I looked up way too much numbers on it. The people that win the tournament, the Big 12s and all those, usually don't win the tournament. So I was like,
I'm just saying, like, we've been kind of primed for a natty because we've been Sweet 16, Final Four, all the good jazz. I think we could win it.
you have injuries. You have a lot of injuries on your bench, mainly, like depth-wise. But I think when it comes to the tournament, there is luck, but there's also that defense is what's going to carry you.
I have no problems with our defense. There's not a day it won't show up. Can you son of bitches score? Who get some points?
You hold a team to fucking 0-20, but you only have 10 points. It's like, what the fuck?
That's exactly how it feels. Like he's like, if we can't get none, neither can you.
It's like watching 90s basketball. Like the Spurs. Like when they had Tim Duncan and them, I'm like, bro. Or the Memphis Grizzlies, how slow they were.
Yeah, I know.
Alright. Well, Texans, don't trade for T. Higgins. Astros, don't panic and sign somebody. Rockets, just keep winning. U of H,
Word.
win the tourney. Take it game by game. Sabercats, Dynamo, and Roughnecks, do whatever the hell you do. I don't know, really. Tillman, buy a hockey team, and yeah, that's about it.
No, that's not asking for much.
That's not asking for much. He's going to do it anyway. It's fine. Other than that, though, I'm good. Y'all got anything else? I'm gravy. All right, Houston. Frank, thank you for joining us. Houston Sports State of the Union, thank you for joining us. Anybody else? You made it to this point, like, subscribe, follow the Facebook, follow the TikTok, follow the Instagram, follow the YouTube. Go check out our videos. We are